Hi guys, so today I'm working on another figure drawing assignment, and this one actually comes in two parts, and today I'm working on the first part, but yeah, the first half I have to do 50 more refined figure drawings, um, and the kicker for this one is that I can't use any photo reference or drawing from life, nothing. It's all from my own head, so, well, I can actually use reference from the first assignment that I did in this class where we had to do 750 really quick gestural figure drawings. So I can look at those and get ideas and work off of my own work, but I can't look at an actual human being to draw them. And that might actually sound kind of weird that a teacher would be advocating that, especially in an actual figure drawing class, but it's really important, and that's the way he was saying is that you need to be able to know how to use reference, but you can't be so dependent on the reference that when you sit down to start an assignment or a project or you're sketching that you can't even start without reference. So this is really helpful, and I think for me personally, since I do a lot of drawing the figure without looking at reference, this is helping me take check of what I've been doing wrong, because there's a lot that I've learned in this class so far. So being able to work this way and looking at, okay, I'm not drawing this part of the body right, or I'm kind of skipping over some of the details that I could be adding. But yeah, this assignment is it's helping me keep track of what I have learned so far and how I want to improve the way that I draw from my own head. So while I was working on this assignment, and like pretty much all of my pieces, I like to keep stock of what things I like that I'm doing, but mainly the things that I think that I could be doing better, things that I just don't like. And there's two things that actually stood out to me while I was working on this that I want to do better. And the exciting thing is that this is only the first half of this assignment, which means that I can immediately put these into action. I can sit down and work on the other half and keep these in mind and do better on this, where a lot of times there are things that I know that I want to work on, but I won't be in that same position to try that out for a little while. So sometimes that kind of fades, and the memory of what I need to be working on fades a little bit. But here, since I'm doing the exact same thing, I can just sit down and remember, okay, this is what I want to work on, and I'm going to do it right now. So yeah, it's really exciting. I like working in a way that I know that I'm improving and being a lot more mindful about what I'm working on. But the things that I actually want to work on is, the first one is I tend to work very much like linearly on the figure. So I will draw the head, then the shoulders, then the torso, and the hips, and then I just work my way down. And I want to get to a point where I'm drawing the whole figure. So if that makes sense, I'm going in and I'm doing a gesture of the entire figure, and then I go back in and bring it to that level. So that way it'll mean that I can get more of a full gesture through the whole body, instead of drawing half the body and then, realizing that they're kind of doing this action, I better do something with their arms, and it ends up a lot more disjointed. So when I'm thinking of the figure all in one, and I'm doing the pose all in one and thinking about it all together, it ends up a lot stronger, and it has a lot more of an intention to it, so it's clear what they're trying to do and what their pose is actually. So yeah, that's the first thing that I'd really like to focus on, is to draw a gesture for the entire figure first and then refine it. And the second thing that I really, really want to work on, and it's something that I've been trying to work on a lot over the past couple years, but I know I'm definitely not at the point where I feel like I'm really integrating it into the way that I'm thinking and working. But I really want to be a lot more diverse in the types of characters that I'm drawing. So, I mean, people come in so many different body types, weights, and people hold their postures completely differently, and there's just such variety on how I can show these characters, and I can show their personalities through how I'm designing their characters. And that's really cool and exciting, and I love the idea of being able to sit down and draw a completely different person every single time. And a lot of my stuff ends up being very similar body types, so they tend to be kind of tall and slim, and that's kind of boring. When all of your characters are the same, then there's no reality to that, and I don't like that. I don't like that part of my work where everything feels very much the same. So yeah, so this is something that I know in this assignment, it's like the perfect place to really try that out and really push myself, so that I'm trying a lot more different diverse characters, so I can push it and hopefully that'll come through a lot more in my other pieces and my final illustrations. And I know that that's something that I have to be really deliberate about, but I think the more that I'm putting it into my sketching process and the more thought process I put behind it, the more that will become innate to me in the way that I work. So that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can catch all my future art videos. And until then, I'll see you at my next one. Bye!